or welcome back to Jen's Hangout. If you're new here, welcome. What is today? Oh, and if you're returning, I love you guys so much. What is today? Today is an update. A long overdue update of what is going on. So it's a Talk About It Tuesday. A long overdue update on what has been going on. I know that I posted about me ending up in the hospital, but while I'm telling you guys what's going on, I updated my makeup bag in the Mask Monday video, so I'm just gonna, I need to swap bags, so that's what I'm gonna be doing while I'm talking to you guys. But what is going on is that I had to get life flighted to Boise to have emergency surgery. What happened to cause me to have emergency surgery? As you guys know, I've been on this journey to try and get a hysterectomy and all of these things, right? I've had a cyst, and that was the size of a softball. And I think what I'm gonna do is, this is a little case for brushes, but I think I'm gonna put all of my little pencils and mascaras in here to keep them all contained, if that makes sense. Anyway, so what is going on is I'm so sorry. Anyway, so I woke up, I had gone in and laid down, and I was exhausted, right? Just super tired. So I went in, laid down for a little bit, and I'm putting my little lip glosses in here too. Just kind of keep stuff contained a little better. So everything's not all willy-nilly everywhere. Anyway, so I had gone in, laid down, woke up real sudden because I rolled over and I woke up screaming. And I tried to take a bath thinking that that would help with the pain. If you guys know pain, you get where my thought process was with the bath and all that stuff. Anyway, so, okay, that's going to hold all my little accoutrements. That's cool. That works. That actually works really well. And I'm going to put all my little bottles in here. I know I'm thinking out loud and squirreling all over the place. I'm sorry, you guys. Bless your hearts, you stick with me. Anyway, so I tried everything, right? Well, then the pain got so intense, I started throwing up. And that made the pain even worse. Because I was throwing up. So my husband finally said, enough is enough is enough. You're going to the hospital whether I have to carry you to the car or not. Because usually I fight about going to the hospital. So we got me in the car. I got to the hospital. I have never been in that much pain in my entire life. And those who have given birth understand. Those who have had kidney stones, I've had 8 kidney stones. And now 19 surgeries. So you guys can get where I'm saying I've never been in that much pain in my life. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So they dope me up on all the things, and they take me in, do CT scan, and they find that my ovary had twisted. My right ovary had twisted, and shifted slightly. So my OB here, she calls Boise to the surgeon that I had been working with already, and she's letting him know what's going on, all of the things, right? And so they finally decide, okay, we're gonna send her to Boise on Life Flight and get her in for emergency surgery. They had kind of tossed around the ideas, because I live in Oregon, so they had kind of tossed around the idea of sending me to Portland, but that got nixed pretty fast. So I think I'm going to use another bag. I have 10,000 of them to kind of organize some of my other little things. I don't need a big one though. I have a ton of these little, I think we'll use this one. No, this one feels like it has more bags in it. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Those are phone camera lenses. But down here, I'll use this one. Matches my pants. Anyways, so they sent me to Boise to all these little tiny things. These. I'll put them all in here. Keep things organized, right? Sure. Okay, we'll go with it. Anyways, so they sent me to Boise on a helicopter. Most terrifying thing ever. I'm on the helicopter. My IV blew. I had tons of pain meds. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, that's better. The zipper works. Yeah, that's better. And this will be nice in the car, because then I won't have 5 million things sticking out everywhere. But I get, after an hour and a half long ride in the helicopter to Boise, I think this is going to work nicely. I get there, and yeah, that works good. Yeah. Little train case. Works nice. Okay, so I get to Boise. The surgeon tells me, no, we're gonna wait till Monday. This is, mind you, had started Friday night. It's been a month now, so do the math there. It started on Friday night, and I got flown in Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. The doctor comes in and he says, no, we're going to wait until Monday. It was ridiculous. My parents both came to the hospital. Andy had to stay home because of other reasons. And so, anyway, Monday rolls. It was terrible. I was in so much pain. I felt like my insides were going to fall out. So, Monday morning rolls around. I was supposed to have surgery in the afternoon, like 2:30ish on Monday. No, they come in at 8 o'clock and say, we're taking you down now. Long story short, I get taken back to the operating room at 12:22 after they had tried to overdose me, because before they took me down to the pre-op, they gave me a shot of morphine because I was in a lot of pain. And then 2 hours after giving me a shot of morphine, they gave me a shot of Versed. Next thing I know, I had passed out, obviously. Next thing I know, the nurses, 3 nurses, are shaking the ever-living you-know-what out of me, shoving an oxygen mask on my face, saying, you're crashing, you gotta wake up, you gotta wake up, you gotta wake up. So that was traumatizing. And that was in pre-op. So, mind you, they hadn't notified my parents about any of this that was going on. They didn't tell my parents when I went down to surgery. So the deal was, going into surgery, he was going to take everything out except for my uterus, leave that. I get out of surgery, I feel a million times better. My nurses are great, everything is great, no more morphine, which is really great. I felt wonderful. The doctor comes in Tuesday morning, 6:15 in the morning, he comes in. And by this time my dad had left, but my mom was still there. And he tells my mom, me, my 2 nurses, my nighttime nurse and my daytime nurse, that he left my left ovary because it was just fine. It was healthy. Okay, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. My ovaries have never been healthy. I have had so many cysts on both of them and so I am furious about the whole situation, because now not only is my PCOS going to get exponentially worse, especially on one side, because I went from having PCOS and 2 ovaries to now dealing with 1. So all of that, if you have PCOS, you know, and I'll get into that eventually. I know that I keep telling you guys I'm going to. I need to. Because PCOS is a very serious thing. And if you don't know what it is, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. It is like, I kind of, it's on the same level as endometriosis. So, we just don't end up with the fibroids, but we end up with the cysts. And so it's it's terrible. Both of them are terrible. But being women, we don't matter. His response to me being upset about him not taking my left ovary, was, you only have a few more years to deal with it because I'm in perimenopause, so you'll be fine. It couldn't have been a more misogynistic, sexist thing to say. And then he tells me, it gets worse. I had a whole thing of sports equipment inside of me. That's kind of how I have to laugh it off, because I had a cyst that they had seen on all the scans. This was the only thing they had seen, was a cyst about the size of a softball, right? Okay, well, it was just a simple fluid-filled cyst. It wasn't anything like, oh my gosh. So it was your typical polycystic ovarian syndrome type of cyst, right? They can get huge. I've had one that was the size of a large melon, basketball, and they're just fluid filled. But all that fluid can, if it bursts, it can kill you, especially when they're that big. Most of the time they just kind of give you a fever, make you feel sick for a couple days, and then you're fine. But when they get that big, they're life-threatening. But here's the kicker. I had a tumor. And the tumor was the size of a flattened football. So like yay big and about yay thick. Very dense. Tumor's benign. I can't remember exactly what it's called. it starts with a D. And anyways, that tumor is what had twisted and pulled my ovary to the left. It was also pushing on my bladder and my spine. Okay, if you guys know, my spine is 1,000 times jacked up. Now I got the hiccups. 1,000 times jacked up. So that just made my pain in my back radiate down into my hip. I mean, that's what started this whole ball game, right? Was that I thought, because I've had hip surgery before. If you guys have been with my channel, shortly, like 2 months after I started my channel, I had to have hip surgery. Not a big hip surgery, it's a labral tear is what they call it. But it was, that tear was caused from a seizure. Anyway, long story. So I thought, oh gosh, did I rip that? Did I tear those stitches? Did I damage that in some? And so my doctor did a CT scan, and that's when they found the cyst, and that's where this road to the hysterectomy started. So he didn't take my left ovary. I haven't seen him since. I'm supposed to see him in a couple weeks. But now here's the clincher. I have, since surgery, what happened also, kind of a little bit better explanation. When the ovary got twisted and that tumor that was hiding behind my small bowel, hiding behind my bladder, pushing on my back, all of these things, right? It also caused my colon and small intestine, like here's this tumor, right? It did this. My colon and my small bowel kind of did this. So he went in and separated those. He never put me on antibiotics. He never did any of that. Well, now I have a raging infection. So this week I go in for a CT scan to try and find the infection. Yay me. The saga continues. I will keep you guys updated on everything. There might be some legal issues that come into play because yeah, it's a whole big mess. But that's basically what has been going on and what I've been dealing with. And so I've been trying to recover from that. That's why I haven't been around a lot. But I'm trying. So thank you for sticking with me, you guys. Love you so very much. And blessings to you all. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.